Good evening, Martin Warriors, and welcome to the class of 2022 graduation commencement ceremony. My name is Jade. Please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Arlington ISD Air Force Junior ROTC and remain standing until the color guard has departed the stage. Please allow me the pleasure of introducing Kiara Mullins, who will be singing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As the class of 2022 senior class secretary, it is my honor to lead the graduating class of 2022, their families and friends, our faculty and staff, as well as our distinguished guests on stage in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. As we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, we say it with thanks to those brave men and women who are serving, have served, and have given their lives for our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is my distinct honor to speak to you tonight as the student body president of Martin's class of 2022. But what is a bigger honor to me is being a first-generation immigrant student receiving my diploma today. See, I come from two amazing Vietnamese-born parents who didn't understand much about American culture. The idea of joining a club or doing something that wasn't necessary was, well, foreign to them, especially community service. They would always ask me, why are you helping other people and not getting paid for it? Which is a good question to consider. Why do we help people for what feels like nothing in return? Well, we fail to consider that our country cares about the individual. You have to make a name for yourself in order to make it. And in turn, we forget that we are all growing and sharing experiences with one another. It is our relationships that matter. Take our class, for example. After today, this will be the last time we'll all be here together, but what we've learned with each other will not be remiss. because I guarantee you that for every job, there's a new hire before and after you, and for every graduating class comes hundreds and thousands of classmates sharing a similar story. Whatever type of experience you had in Martin, whether you claim it to be good or bad, it was still one to have. So when you receive your diploma tonight for what feels like a lifetime worth of work, remember the people who brought you to this point. For me, it was my parents who did not completely understand as to why or what I was doing with my extra time at school, yet they supported me nonetheless. For you, it could have been the educators who worked tirelessly to get you to today's finish line, or even a friend who offered moral support when you needed it the most. To me, the greatest reward in helping others is sharing success. The help you've received will fuel your ability to support others from this point on. So I leave you with this. Allow yourself to make meaningful connections, the ones that nourish you, and it will make all the difference. Congratulations, class of 2022, everything you've done and will continue to do. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to introduce the senior class president, Sidil Hamad.
Good evening, parents, faculty, family, friends, all the little kids on their parents' phones, and last but not least, the class of 2022. Hey y'all, welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm Sidil Hamad, and I had the honor to serve as your senior class president. It feels like just yesterday, all of America was taken by storm. We were all in our houses, glued to our screens, stalking all social media platforms, reading all the news outlets to get a better understanding of what was happening. Can y'all believe Will Smith slapped Chris Rock? But now that we're on the topic of Will Smith, I'd like to share a story of his that really inspires me about the time he went skydiving in Dubai. It started off as just a joke between him and a few friends. He was completely terrified to take the big jump and so consumed with fear. But as soon as that leap was taken, he said it was the most blissful experience of his life, and that the best things in life are on the other side of terror. On the other side of your maximum fear are all of the best things in life. But what is any valuable moment without thanking the ones who got us here? From the teachers who have pushed us to reach our full potential, to our parents who walked with us through 13 years of school, never getting upset when we had to get supplies at 10 p.m. for our project that was due the next day. Not to mention, how could I have gotten through high school without my immigrant parents reminding me every day about their childhood struggles of walking barefoot to school and traveling across oceans to get me to this point? Thank you for everything. I love you, Mom and Dad. Now, here you all are, watching us walk the stage. And of course, thank you to my friends. From the ones who've cried with me in the bathroom stall after knowing we completely bombed Mr. Crawford's AP Bio test, to my best friends who've stuck with me since middle school. Shout out to Avery and Hayden. No matter where life takes you, always remember, uncertainty is a part of life. If you're not sure what your next step is, that's okay. You might be on a completely different path than the person sitting right next to you. But remind yourself of all you've overcome, such as an entire pandemic and having your whole life turned upside down. Whatever you go through, you are capable of persevering. But most importantly, after walking out of here today, I hope we can all forever cherish the bonds created. From the amazing student section at our football games to all the lunches at Chick-fil-A on Little Road. Thank you, Martin High School, for the memories that will never be replaced. And remember, Warriors, through all the ups and downs you're going to experience in this life, you're only one failure away from your next success. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2022. I feel very privileged this evening to be able to introduce to you our special guests sitting on stage. Principal of James Martin High School, Mrs. Marlene Roddy. Dean of Instruction, Ms. Kelly McCullough. Assistant Principal, Ms. Tanya Redvine. Counselor Miss Susan Kingen. We are blessed to have the support of people behind the scenes who make a difference in your educational experience every day. Among those who work tirelessly on your behalf are members of our Arlington ISD Board of Trustees and our Superintendent who are here today. Board President Mrs. Melody Fowler. Vice President Mr. Justin Chapa. Secretary Mrs. Sarah McMurrow. And Dr. Aaron Reich. Mr. David Wilbanks. Mrs. Keisha Mays. And Arlington ISD Superintendent Dr. Marcelo Cavazos. We are also blessed to have the support of people behind the scenes who make a difference in your educational experience every day. Please allow me to present our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Stephen Wartz. Our Assistant Superintendent of Administration, Dr. Michael Hill. Our Assistant Superintendent of School Leadership, Dr. Lena McDonald. Director of School Leadership, Dr. Theodore Jarko. For more than 2 decades and the 10 years as superintendent, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos has worked to shape the future of every student in the Arlington ISD. That's never been more evident than in the last couple of years when a global pandemic shut down and challenged our traditional schools. With his leadership and vision, the Arlington ISD has had a focused direction in otherwise uncertain times. Dr. Cavazos holds both a bachelor's and master's degree from the University of Texas Pan American and a doctorate from the University of Texas at Austin. He was recognized as the 2016 Texas Superintendent of the Year. Thank you, Dr. Cavazos, for your tireless work for Arlington ISD staff and students. Please join me in welcoming our Superintendent, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos, to the stage.
Well, good afternoon. And for the past 10 years, I've been able to stand here before graduating classes of the Arlington ISD, about 60 of them. And each time I've tried to convey a message of how proud I am of each class and how confident I am about our future. As I stand before you today, I want you to know that I've never been more proud and more confident than this senior class of 2022. Seniors of 2022, you've already made and you'll continue to make important changes in our world. And I'll share with you why. Because you've already demonstrated perseverance. Today, I urge you to turn that perseverance into possibilities. You know, perseverance is defined as persistent in sticking to a plan even though it's difficult, or continued effort to do or achieve something despite the difficulties, failure, or opposition. We watched you turn perseverance into possibilities throughout the entire COVID-19 ordeal. Your graduating class had more than 2 years of your education turned completely upside down. You experienced every learning model, at home, hybrid, in person. Sometimes you were trying to figure out which one we were doing this week, but you persevered and you never gave up. But I want to share with you today that that perseverance started well before COVID. When you didn't give up because 5th grade math was too hard, or because you didn't make the team, or you didn't get the grade you wanted, or that friendship wasn't really a friend. You've demonstrated perseverance every step of the way, which is what allowed you to persevere during the most difficult time of COVID. You found a way to get the grades, to stay in school, to be motivated. You found the how. You know, Walter Elliott said that perseverance is not a long race, it's many short races, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And class of 2022, you've already run more short races than a lot of people. And through your perseverance, especially over this last 2 years, you found possibilities. How did you keep your grades up? How did you remain motivated when others around you were not so motivated? How did you do all that work? How did you turn in those assignments at 11:59? How did you do those things? You did it with perseverance. I'll share with you that there will be many, many more short races ahead in your life. A boss that's too difficult, a professor that doesn't understand you, a friend who really was never a friend. These challenges and many more will be real in your life. But we know and you know that you can face them because you've already done so much. So as you walk across this stage to your new path, I urge you to continue practicing perseverance and turning all that perseverance into the possibilities. Push hard to cure the diseases of our world. Disrupt the business and the industry that you are interested in through your innovation, especially when it's hard. Win those awards, stand on that stage, cross that stage, make your mark in this world. Open that nonprofit, start a business, stand up for causes you believe in, and let your voice be heard. Your perseverance over many, many years is what got you here today, and it'll get you to your next big achievement. Class of 22, you're a very special class. You're a special class to me. You've given me much inspiration. I'm proud and confident that our future is in the right hands as I look out to you, as you've shown us how to persevere in the most difficult times. As you leave Arlington ISD today, know with confidence that you're prepared, your perseverance will guide you, but most importantly, know that we love you and that we will continue to love you. And we expect you to share that love with others in your life that you come across. Class of 2022, congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
And now it is my honor to present to you the James Martin High School Class of 2022 Salutatorian, Christopher Dow.
Let me start off by saying I shouldn't even be here right now giving this speech to you guys. Any other year, there would have been exactly one valedictorian and exactly one salutatorian giving their motivational tidbits of advice to their senior class. But out of nowhere, these two geniuses just went ahead and tied for valedictorian and just handed me this spot. Like, what are the chances of that? Well, thanks to them, I can now force you guys to listen to something you've definitely heard of before and something you'll definitely hear of time and time again. We don't know the future. We can only guess what would happen, and it could go exactly how we expect, or it might not. So, why let your doubts about the future hold you back? Even if there's no way that you'll succeed, just go ahead and take that risk. The most important thing is to try. Go and try out for a college football team captain. Go and audition for that lead role in the musical. Go and ask at that cute guy or girl you've been looking at for the past year or so. Ooh la la. Who knows? Maybe it'll work out. But what if it doesn't? What if everything does go wrong? I know exactly how that feels. When you try and try, but life just punches you in the gut and shoves you to the ground. It hurt. It hurt so much. But do I regret anything? Not at all. If I could go back in time, I would do the exact same thing. Because even though it hurt like hell back then, I know it would hurt so much more if I hadn't given myself a chance and just thought about how it could have gone, what I could have done, and who I could have been with. Remember, in the end, we don't regret the things we've already done. Instead, we only regret the chances we didn't take, the relationships we were afraid to have, and the decisions we waited too long to make. So class of 2022, promise me this. Promise me that when you leave this stage and that when you leave this room, promise me that you'll go and live out the life you've always dreamed of. Everything, I mean absolutely everything, might go completely wrong, but please just go and give yourself a chance before it's too late. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who supported me along this long journey. Thank you, first of all, for my parents for raising me into this weird, bird-loving person I am today. Thank you to all my staff and teachers for guiding me throughout these last 4 years, especially to Miss Varner and Miss Berry, who are also graduating with us tonight. Thank you for keeping the STEM Academy and the chemistry department so lively. Thank you to all my friends and classmates for treating school less like a cutthroat competition, but more like a fun yet pretty challenging group activity. Thank you for making those IHOP study sessions for Miss Davis so fun, for joining me in those expensive boba tea runs, for having a blast at every D&D campaign, and creating so many amazing memories. And thank you, all of you who showed up here tonight, for making this last moment we're all together so very special. Thank you. And wherever you go, keep on being awesome. Now it's my honor to present to you one of the best valedictorians James Martin High School has to offer, Jennifer Nguyen.
Hello, friends. I would like to first thank all of the families, teachers, admins, faculty members, and guests that have come out to support our graduates. To my peers I've walked the halls with these past 4 years, congratulations, guys, we're here. My name is Jennifer Nguyen, and I am one of your co-valedictorians for the class of 2022. I'm so honored to have your attention for these next few moments. As I reminisce on these past 4 years, I tried to pinpoint what defined the class of 2022. And there were a lot of traumatic memories that resurfaced, anywhere from online school to using the neighbors' restrooms when our water froze during the winter storm. But eventually, I came to the realization we are a cohort marked by resilience. Now, a follow-up question I'd like you to reflect on: how do we practice resilience? We're going to navigate this question using a metaphor, which is going to be my cat, Ochi. Adopting my cat is a perfect analogy for our journey through high school for a multitude of reasons. First off, I found her in my neighborhood sewer drain. As freshmen, we emerged from a similar environment, middle school. And like any other high schooler, she has attachment issues, gets doted on by her parents, and is mostly potty trained. This girthy brown tabby is the embodiment of resilience because she does not accept defeat. That fateful day I met her in the sewers, she was on a mission to get adopted. And the day we graduated from middle school, we knew our next task was to get through high school. And of course, those goals did not come without challenges. Ochi faced my opposed mother, who had a deathly fear of cats. Despite my mom's best efforts to scare Ochi off, she'd always reappear at my doorstep the following day. Likewise, Martin was just as frightening. Whether it was physics, calculus, those couples whose PDA was a little too public and too affectionate, I think we can agree school was a scary place. But even then, we showed up at Martin's doorstep every day. This little feud between my mom and cat went on for months till eventually we took the cat responding every day as a sign to take her in. So even when you think it's over, it really never is. Maybe you bombed your finals or got injured as an athlete. Have faith that there is more waiting for you because that is resilience. Now, I could not give this speech without recognizing the people that taught me to persist. So I'd like to give a big shout out to the two ladies in my life that have shaped who I am, my sister Tiffany and my mom. They would both be pretty offended if the cat made it and they didn't. Jay, you taught me endurance in so many ways, from taking 5 hours out of your day to dye my hair to not finding a new sister when I would throw pans into your face. Thank you for being my soulmate and other half. And Mama, you are resilient in every way. This is the woman that's worked a 2 a.m. shift for 14 years. This is the woman that's gone to all of my spelling bees, award ceremonies, middle school concerts, you name it. And this is someone who raised 2 first-gen daughters completely on her own. Mami là người bạn thân của con, có mẹ tại con ấm no, có mẹ tại con không lo gì. And of all of my accomplishments, I am most proud of being my mother's daughter. So would you guys do me a quick favor and give a round of applause to my mom? My family passed this lesson down to me, and it would be a disservice if I didn't pass it down to all of you. They taught me to keep moving forward because that is resilience. Now, the point of giving stories of resilience throughout this speech is because this quality does not take the same shape in each person. So, to answer my original question, how do we practice resilience? We practice it by giving our best every day, no matter what that looks like. It could be trying to stay awake on a Zoom call. It could be making your bed after a rough week. It could be sitting hours in a stadium when you're only interested in 1 out of 800 students. That is resilience. It takes determination to conquer a high school and is that same perseverance you'll need to traverse life. This occasion marks the pinnacle of our long educational journey, a feat made possible only by strength and grit. And just by standing here today, you have demonstrated that each and every one of you are resilient. There are so many hurdles you have overcome and so many reasons why you should not have made it to the ceremony, but here we all are. And as much as I would like to say we are done struggling, I can't. Whatever your next chapter in life is, whether that's college, work, a gap year, trade school, you will face challenges. But I hope you take peace in knowing you are more than capable of taking them on. Now, I don't expect you to echo the stories of a stray cat or my 4'10" ambitious mother, but I do expect you to give your best every day because that is resilience. I love you guys. I'm proud of you. I wish you the best of luck in life. And to quote Winston Churchill, if you're going through hell, keep going. Thank you. And now it is my honor to present to you my fellow valedictorian for the James Martin High School class of 2022, the lovely Heather Van Waasbergen.
Martin staff, students, friends, and family. We're here today to celebrate one of the greatest milestones so far in the lives of this year's class of graduating seniors. And while I'm up here, I'd like to take this time for us to consider how we got to this moment. People have a lot of things to say about Generation Z. We're soft or sensitive or snowflakes. And maybe a lot of us didn't spend our youth walking 10 miles to school in the snow uphill both ways. But you know what word I think defines this generation most of all? Strong. There's a lot I could say about the past few years, but I'd like to offer something uplifting as we move to the next chapter of our lives. So instead I'll say this: we survived them. We're here. We made it through to what is, fingers crossed, soon to be the end of this pandemic. And perhaps even more impressively, we made it through high school. I'm often reminded of something said by one of our former AP World History teachers, Miss Brandenburg, an amazing teacher who many underclassmen have not had the opportunity to meet, as she left the school the year after I took her class. She told my class about her theory that every generation has an event that defines them. Hers was the September 11th terror attacks. And when we were all at home making sourdough starters and rationing toilet paper, she sent us a remind message saying, "Congratulations, you found your generation's defining event." And maybe it was a bit too early to see it at the time, but she was right. Like it or not, COVID has defined a large chunk of our adolescence. So what does that mean? I don't think any of us want to be the generation defined by disease or fear or rampant misinformation or hand sanitizer shortages. But the good news is that we don't have to be. I think we can choose to be the generation defined by our immense strength in response to that pandemic. Sure, we weren't the generation of nurses and doctors and sanitation workers on the front lines. The ways in which we got ourselves and each other through this event may seem small, but put together, they show our immense strength. So maybe none of us quite changed the world during the pandemic, but I think during these kinds of crises, the definition of strength can change. We got ourselves up in the morning. We took Zoom classes, made art, and took care of plants and sourdough starters. We stayed home for the safety of ourselves and of each other. And while that may be unremarkable in a normal year, I think that considering the situation, it can be considered an extraordinary feat. As I looked back through my messages from the past few years while preparing to write this speech, every quick, "How are you?" or "Stay safe" from my friends reminded me that this generation's strength is one defined by compassion. So if those people are right to say that we're soft, it's because this generation is the most accepting of diversity and supportive of equal rights of any so far. And if we're snowflakes, it's because our generation is more diverse in terms of race, gender, sexuality, and religion than any before us. So as I close out this speech, and as we close out our high school careers, I want to leave you with this. No matter where your life after high school takes you, keep that strength, keep that compassion, and keep those things that make you as a person unique and us as a generation strong. Throughout her career, Ms. Roddy has dedicated herself to improving education for future generations. The faculty, staff, and students of Martin High School are honored to have such a committed and loyal leader. Thank you, Mrs. Roddy, for your dedication and support. Please join me in welcoming the principal of James Martin High School.
Kind of weird. Okay. President Fowler, members of the Board of Trustees, Superintendent Cavazos, parents, special guests, teachers, and graduates. Today brings us together to celebrate a beginning, a new chapter for over 800 of you who sit before me. And while this occasion is an inauguration for you, for those of us witnessing it, who have watched you transform into young adulthood with an array of choices before you now, it is a time when we celebrate your accomplishments, say a final goodbye, wish you well, and share our own perspective on what it takes to lead a rewarding and meaningful life. Americans are taught from their earliest school days that all people are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This statement comes from the Declaration of Independence, written almost 250 years ago, and sums up the American promise to its people. How can words written so long ago have meaning for us today? Maybe because, despite the times in which we live, what drives the human experience, what makes for a rewarding and meaningful life, is not so very different today than it was for those living in another era, another time, even another century. Wars, pestilence, disease, revolution, poverty, upheaval, pandemics, scarcity, all these conditions continue to confront and challenge us. The traits and skills we have, how we cope and deal with our world, comes from within. Book learning is important, but the character strengths you develop will prepare you for your life and for your future. What are the critical factors that lead to a meaningful life? First, pick passion over pay. Define what interests you and set goals for yourself. You don't want to dread going to work because this choice could be what you're doing for 10 to 12 hours a day. If you are totally absorbed in the flow of a task, time and self-consciousness cease to exist. Next, maintain strong relationships with your family and friends. We are social beings who need to connect to one another. Serve something bigger than yourself. Find a purpose in life. I read a book recently entitled The Boys in the Boat by Daniel James Brown. If you have a chance, read this book. The story is about 9 young working-class boys living during the Depression who became a row team that represented the University of Washington. They defeated the elite teams on the East Coast and Great Britain and went on to shock the world by defeating the German boat rowing for Adolf Hitler at the 1936 Olympics. These young men were the sons of loggers, shipyard workers, and farmers. Daniel Brown describes the experience of the rowers in this way. It was something mysterious and almost beyond definition. It was a shared experience, a singular thing that had unfolded at a golden sliver of time long ago when 9 good-hearted young men strove together, pulled together as one, gave everything they had for one another, bound together forever by pride, respect, and love. These young men never lost sight of their goal. By setting goals and meeting those goals, they flourished and developed a sense of accomplishment and self-confidence. Giving of oneself to the others was magical and created a memory that they could hold on to for life. Their resilience, recovering from and adjusting to misfortune and change, and knowing that change is a part of everyday life, helped them to bond and to build trust. You too are on the brink of some major changes. As you move towards your goals, remind yourself of your strengths. Take care of yourself. Find a purpose. Show understanding and empathy to others. Don't beat yourself up when you fail. Be flexible and find courage. Remember that the pursuit of happiness is a choice, and that creating a rewarding and meaningful life, one with purpose and one that serves and supports others, well, that, my friends, is what we define as being warrior strong. Congratulations to you, all 800 plus warriors of the class of 2022. Remember to thank all of those who helped you thus far to achieve and take pride in what you have accomplished. The list of the class of 2022's accomplishments are extensive, as your program insert demonstrates. Our blessings go with you as you embark on this new phase of your journey. You have what it takes, the true spirit of the warrior as you go forth into the world. For the last time as a body of one, will the class of 2022 please rise? That means stand up. Superintendent Cavazos, President Fowler, and members of the Board of Trustees, I present to you the students who have successfully completed the attendance and academic requirements for graduation as prescribed by the state of Texas and the Arlington Independent School District. By the authority granted in me as principal, I proudly proclaim them graduates of James Martin High School. Graduates, you may move your tassels to the right. Class of 2022, please be seated. We will begin the process as the first graduates line up. I want to make sure our parents, friends, and relatives in the audience know that we realize you're extremely proud of your student, that this is a time of celebration. I invite all of you as your student crosses the stage to support your student. We want to make sure each graduate receives the full attention of the audience as he or she crosses the stage. We ask for your help in ensuring that each name is clearly heard and refrain from using air horns or other noisemakers.
Jennifer Nguyen Nguyen. Heather Marie Van Waasbergen. Christopher Dewey Dow. Nicole Alexandra Tacconi. Nicole Han Nguyen. Kim Nu Mi Ton. Ruth Hong. Erin Jane Blassingame. Tina Fawn. Ryan Tan. Vidushi Subnani. Surain Sagal. Jordan Lee Daly. Savannah Key Tom Lee. Giovanni de la Cuesta Buffon. Irene Pham. Elizabeth Bohannon. Christian Thomas Bergdorf. Jonathan Carmona. John Logan Lee. James Lee Miller, Jr. Alexander Perez. Emil Watson. Emily Adams. Shahid Alfredawi. Kate Alexis Atkins. Hayden Von Bureau. Giuliani Vanini Bland. Cademan Daniel Boutwell. Camille Ray Breitenstein. Carson Elizabeth Clark. Corina Claire Cobb Hayes. Kaylee Rayanne Collier. Grace Catherine Connolly. Madison Ann Corp. Anton Day. Hannah Danielle Douglas. Bailey Dugan. Omar El Masri. Yulisa Fabela. Cassidy Ray Flegger. Natalie Elise Garcia. Juliana Garcia. Jessica Marie George. Mia Michelle Gomez. Connor Gorham. Allison Leah Greenwood. Autumn Rose Haney. Irene Hassan. Sydney Grace Hermancy. Maddox Dean Higby. Eric Ho. Preston Tin Hong. Michaela Shea. Caroline Elizabeth Kendall. Jolie Renee King. Amanda K. Kahutek. Savannah Lavelle. Sanaa Lewis. Basil Mahmoud. Muhatsan Aladdin Mackey. Mohammed Faizan Mirza. Daniela Isabel Morales. Ken Myers. Stephen Neff. Will Neville. Kelly Hun Nguyen. Lillian Vo Nguyen. Nina Nguyen. Rodney Nguyen. Tuan Tai Nguyen. Carter Elliott Pannell. Corbin Everett Pannell. Jeremiah Nathaniel Pitts. David Alejandro Ramirez. Catherine Ann Ross. Sophia Yvonne Schweko. Cameron Reed Stringer. Lauren Nicole Sutter. Kirsten Talley. Mia Tanizaki. Kian Ton. Erica Bowie Tran. Tyler Utsumi. Jackson Mark Van Horn. Nicholas Rafael Vargas. Amanda Ann Westmoreland. Kaylin Nicole White. Sarah Leanne White. Zachary Williams. Heya Ibrahim Mahmoud Abdallah. Aya Abu Shakra. Marcus Norton Albert. Alina Almares. Sarah Shingul Ami. Logan Edward Anderson. Aaliyah Austin. Asa Bean. Richard Biesecker. Aaron Michael Biles. Lacey Dawn Birdsong. Braden James Blackman. Nuna Sapang Bwidi Owusu. Catherine Nam Fung Bui. Logan Bui. Esri Elizabeth Camp. Jamie Michelle Carrick. Ethan Tyler Cutler. Logan Paul Dahlman. Adriana De Luna Castillo. Kirsten Dickey. Michaela Erlandson. Clarissa Escobar. Mackenzie Mainin Feast. Julia Daniela Finder. Alberto Flores Romo. Rose Olivia Fogelman. Ricardo Frias Sotelo. Sofia Jimena Garza. Olivia Gibson. Carson Amanda Hagman, diploma presented by Andy Hagman, principal of Lamar High School. Christopher Ben Ho. First and last. Jaden Holder. William Zachary Honea. Tyler Lynn Iskrig. Richard Itzawarafat. Andrea Ayana Jackson. Madison Nicole Jackson. Trenton Alexander Yonda. Megan Ann Joseph. Grayson Lee Keith. Zachary Russell Kravitz. Veronica Alexandrova Krumova. Kaylee Din Lamb. Tracy Lamb. Nathaniel Ledgerd. Brandon Edwin Leong. Claire Colby Lloyd. Carson Hatton Macias. Eisen Lee Maggard. Sophia Joy McCook. Mallory Lynn Menard. Michelle Menenzes. Nathan James My Hills. Andrew Christopher Mirabelli. Kiara Ann Mullins. Rachel Louise Nagy. Anna Fung Kim Nguyen. Emily Nee Nguyen. Paige Lynn Nguyen. Simon Lam Tyann Nguyen. Kiera Lillian O'Leary. Stephanie Oyarvide Ramirez. Abby Yin Ni Pham. John Matthew Pokrifsak. David Alexander Pruden. Alexander J. Poole. Lillian Abigail Prescott. Elizabeth Renee Ronimus. Rachel Lauren Rusher. Matthew Edward Sampson. Mallory Ann Sanders Trussell. Callan Seward. Ali Shirazi Nehad. William Vu Nguyen. Paige Rosen Taylor. Kiera Antoinette Terre. Carlos Antonio Tepadino. Sarah Abraham Tesfaye. Christy Mi Trong. Carter Trey Van Horn. Courtney Marie Varicchio. Victoria Ann Vega. Ethan Michael Vu. Sophia Marie White.
Evan Joseph Buenano Abrego. Luis Jaden Absalon Lewis. Tanner Alanis. Travis Ryan Allen. Claire Autumn Anderson. Dexter Allen Arkema. Kayla Baez. Layla Baez. Kaya Rain Baker. Zella Ryan Barsh. Isabel Alejandra Berrientos. Abigail Joe Baskin. Dylan Max Bauer. Kevin Carlo Belijica. Megan Elizabeth Lee Bell. Rebecca Marie Berg. Tessa Ann Birdsong. Khalid Grant Black. Aiden Jahan Raheem Boujaderi. Courtney May Brakeen. Blake Ryan Briggants. Nolan Bryn. Ashley Jasmine Braunfield. Carmen Elizabeth Brown. Riley Lane Brown. Natalie E. Bowie. Daniel Dominic Cavalli Martinez. So sorry. Tatsanan Chiwana. Iana Brianne Chandler. Lindsay Lee Chavez. Derek Chung. Chastity LaJuan Childs. Jordan Elizabeth Clark. James Patrick Clennon III. Abigail Elizabeth Cliff. Trey Everett Cochran. Connor Ray Colby. Connor Mackay Kaleo Bloom. Tamia Monet Collier. Abraham Compion. Kaylee Cooper. Ernest Cooper IV. Delaney Elisa Davenport. Chemo Charles Curiton. Diego De La Ranja. Madison Alyssa Dawkins. Braden James Davis. Nahansa Denathma De Silva. Mark Isaac De Leon. Nicole Diaz. Rebecca Brian Dibbler. Reagan Van Din. John William Dolan. Treston James Edwards. Kareem El Sajir. Lauren Ioma Eam. Aaron Amaya English. Michelle Felix. Amelia Kathleen Marie Figueroa. Chelsea K. Fisher. Cordelia Danielle Fitzgerald. Cade Xander Flores. Elizabeth Ann Forsyth. Diploma presented by Jason Forsyth, STEM Coordinator of Martin High School. Hold on one second. Taylor Marie Foster. Jacob Danielle Fowler. Chance Dylan Franklin. Alora Grace Freeman. Gabriella Renee Froelich. Abby Leah Lee Gabriel. Mary Jane Liberty Galbraith. Cassandra Garcia. Malia Gilkey. Bailey Catherine Glass. Josie Christine Glaze. Gabriella Alexis Gonzalez. Judd Coleman Good. Stacy Estrada. Hannah Grace Goodwin. Cheyenne Elizabeth Graham. Lily Ann Griffiths. Matthew Ray Goldman. Elijah Dan Hall. Sadil Hamad. Hudson Cole Hanratty. Brock Dane Hansen. Reagan Courtney Hansen. Niara Yvonne Harden. Alexander Colin Hart. Travion Wade Hartfield. Kaylee Lim Havard. Trinity Ariel Hawkins. Alyssa Faye Hayes. Bailey Ann Hayes. Cassidy Rose Hayes. Miles Lamar Hill presented his diploma by his dad, Dr. Michael Hill, Assistant Superintendent. Jennifer Ann Tui Hong. Kayla Julissa Holmes. Silas Allen Holmes. I'm gonna get it, watch me. Tosca Adelia Holsopple. Marina Basimi Homsey. Madeline Kate Hop. Charlotte Mikkel Elise Howell. Megan Teresa Hoy. Saima Muzor Hussein. Josephine Nicolina Ivanoff. Hunter Allen Jimenez. I'm going to get it right this time. Ian Kinsley Johnson. Allison McKenzie Jones. Samuel Jordan. Shelby Sue Joseph. Shalin Paresh Khanna. Christian Andreas Karaganis. Brandon Thomas Kimbrough.
Simon Christopher Kowalski. Parker James Keene. Avery Ethan Lamp. Brian Anthony Landon. Caitlin Marie Lawson. Colin McLean Lee. Colby Michael Lewis. Allie Parker Little. Jared Isaac Lopez. Ryan Turoya Lovett. Eliana Gloria Lozano. Elizabeth Renee Lukey. Jack Henry Lunt. Gracie Muhao Maindo. Ryan Maleki. Jace Mac Sloan Malone. Matthew Gustavo Mandujano. Madison Ann Martini. Kayla Issa Martin. Isis, sorry. Kevin John Martin. Ramsey Cole Martinez. Kelly Autumn McCrae. Sarah Bethany McDaniel. William Michael McDaniel. Charlie Dale McKeehee. Daisha Danielle McKissick. Isabella Grace Mendez. Emily Mercedes Mijares. Elijah James Menin. Aisha Marie Mirza. Duwali Mohammed Mohammed. Olivia Lorelei Monk. Sharon Lene Monroe. Brady Dean Moore. Jackson McDonald Morelan. Lauren Taylor Morgan. Tristan William Morrison. Landry Grace Motley. Seja Yamal Mulid. Yahia Mustafa Nadaf. Avery Elizabeth Neal. Martin Nguyen. Nicholas Bradley Knoll. Faith Elizabeth Nunez. Chloe Caitlin Ortega. Jake Ransom Packard. Isabella Madison Perez. Alejandra Perez Martinez. Hung Nguyen Michael Pham. Megan Elizabeth Plumley. Mark Joseph Ponce. Demi Quach. Mia Karim Quarles. Kali Mayana Rags. McKenna Cheyenne Rankin. Grace McKenna Reddick. Sierra Nicole Reeder. Elijah Xavier Reyes. Seth Michael Reynolds. Brooklyn Delaney Richard. Austin Matthew Richards. Alexia Nicole Robinson. Diego Andres Rodriguez. Jackson Anderson Rodriguez. Carla Sofia Rodriguez. How do you say it? Eder Rodriguez Jr. Mary Margaret Rosenthal. Marcus Amar Ruffin. Dioselina Ruiz Carrillo. Kendall Lynn Rushing. Ubrar Mohammed Sabah. Savannah Salim. Ariel Hannah Sassley. Cyrus Sean Saulo. Audrey Lenore Schmidt. Jacob Dylan Schultz. Ethan James Seary. Colby Eden Shelby. Nicholas Alexander Shelton. Mark Jason Shin. Trinity Renee Simon. Kyle Stephen Smith. Cadence Leanna Smith. Kira Giovanna Smith. Gianna Michaela Stansberry. Evelyn Joya Fitch Steele. Jackson Luke Stinson. Jared Stitt IV. Emily Robin Cyrus. Sayla Sophia Tahan. Jasmine Elizabeth Tamayo. Rebecca Elizabeth Taylor. Otilia Samije Tener. Wyatt Wade Alston. Nayeli Itzel Tostado. Alyssa Huyen Tran. Anna Tran. Ian Blake Trojak. Casey Lynn Trussell. Douglas Vladimir Tucker. Jace Aaron Turman. Jimma Upton Riley. Jesse Eileen White. Mackenzie Faith Veal. The following student was a member of the 2020-2021 Student Leadership Advisory Board. Brittany K. Vo. Lana Wok Yen Bu. Raven Soleil Wa. Cade Theus Wierick. Madison Lee West. Braden Kyle Williams. Elijah Neal Williams. Preston Alexander Wilson. Aubrey Madison Wright. Xander Judson Wiley. Brianna Isabella Zavala. Ethan Ziner.
Malek Mahmoud Abdullah. Oh, sorry. Mary Kate Alyssa Adams. Nico Aguin. Donovan Corey Adair. Kajin Ahmed. Amanda Al-Jawari. Caleb Alford. Ladarius Allen. Alex Fernando Almanza Dominguez. Alejandra Alvarez. Pamela Alvarez Garcia. Joseph Anderson. Oscar Lewis Anderson, Jr. Daniel Andrade Alvarado. Corrigan James Marion Andrews. Ashley Maria Andrino. Jasmine Angelina Alarus. Aiden Arevalo. Amaris Arizmende. Arash Asadi Usadi. Harrison Ashbaugh. Desiree Ayers. Kyle David Bader. Isaiah Amir Bailey. Zamaria Santrell Tremaine Baker. Ashley Nicole Banks. Levi Robin Banks. William Bernard. Caitlin Eleanor Barnes. Kirk Ryan Barnhart. Melina Nevea Barron. Lars Beaver. Ayaya Belkomani. Hayden Bell. Jessica Mia Benjamin. Kaylee Ann Biddlecombe. Aaliyah Nicole Burdo. Jake Ray Blair. Ryan Madison Bone. Deanna Bukwa. Gabriel Borders. Tatiana Leanne Boyd. Alexis Jade Boyer. Amira Cheyenne Bradford. William Harrison Brady. Amethyst Dawn Brewer. Dylan Richard Britton. Brianna Lynn Brown. Christopher Brown. Courtney Brown. Kiana Ashela Israel Brown. William Douglas Brown. Angelita Brumfield. Anaya Michelle Bryant. Aubrielle Grace Bryant. Bella Rose Bufis. Antron Jernell Burks. Sebastian Michael Bolin. Jason Binda. Jordan Taylor Burton. Jesus Gonzalo Cabral. Lizette Dianera Caceres. John Anthony Carballo. Joaquin Perry Cardenas. Alexandra Marie Carrillo. Devin Carrillo. Devin was taken from us far too soon. Accepting on Devin's behalf is Devin's mother, Misty Carrillo. Rhonda Carrillo. Christopher Marcus Carroll. Brendan Alex Carter. Michael David Allen Case. Leah Dolores Castillo. Lucas Stone Chandler. Lyrics Alea Charleston. Oscar Chen. Robert Roy Clark III. Jamaria Mikhail Cobb. Hannah Ruth Colt. Jason Scott Connor. Janessa K. Corey. Jaden Renee Corey. Carlos James Costello II. Timothy Sean Crawford. Olivia K. Krim. Magic Cummings. Jason Dwayne Darnell II. Emily Ross DeVault. Astiel Angel de la Rosa Mata. Xavier Marquez Deers. Jeremiah Jesus De Leon. Skylyn Marie Desidero. Deleater Reese Dewberry Brooks. Daniel Manuel Diaz. Wang K. Din. Kennedy Marie Dixon. Carly Tamon Doan. Elena Isabel Dodson. Jana Lannis Andogan. Jania. Consuelo Madrid Dominguez. Jordan Benjamin Doring. Summer Marie Dunaway. Layla Danae Dunn. Parker Allen Dunn. Carolina A. Herrera Marin. Avery Ryan Escobedo. Leslie Janet Esparza. Cynthia Karina Espinosa. Zachary Nassim King Evans. Eric Anthony Fagan. Clinton Seth Ferguson IV. Caitlin Ray Fines. Noelle Leanne Fisher. Matthew Lee Fisher. Jaqueline Ladarius Flowers. Sid O'Neill Ford. Ryan Addison Fuquay. Ryan was taken from us far too soon. His diploma is accepted by Brooke Fuquay. Ashlyn Marie Gabellini. Mackenzie Noel Gaines. Thalia Nicole Gomez. Ivan Alberto Garcia. Lisette Lorenza Garcia. Brooklyn Reese Garrett. Jai Joe Garrett Jr. William Hunter George. Zeke Marino Gibson. Jesse Thomas Glover. Jesus Gomez. Marina Gonzalez. Anessa Malaya Garcia. Jimmy Gonzalez Herrera. Elizabeth Edwards Granger. Karishma Maggie Grant. Casey Michael Gray. Jacob Gray. Max Anderson Grubbs. Alicina Isel Guerrero. Jennifer Guerrero. Marie Emily Gay. What does it say? Nigai Gabaldi, Galloway. Fu Vin Ha. Ahmad Habul. Caden Michael Haney. Tanner Christopher Harbert. James Wayne Harbor Jr. Dawson James Harless. Kirsten Janet Harmon. Cale Richard Harrington. Journey Nicole Harrod. Mariam El Gabali. Dejanique Hatcher. Elias Damon Heitland. Brianna Jaden Helm. Avery Elise Henderson. Okay. Noah Andrew Ermisoyo. Juan Manuel Hernandez. Tatum Elise Hernandez. Naya Ari Herbe. Elijah Jacoby Hill. Brooke Emery Hinson. Caleb Kang Huang. Ryan Matthew Hoare. Emma Rose Holland. Jordan Rashad Hood. Aubrey Nicole Hopkins. Thank you. Anna Grace Hop. Jacob Aiden Clement Huber. Lamoria Deshelle Saray Jackson. Or Mariana Shanae Jackson. Nicholas Hayden James. Cindy Jamauer. Reagan Renee Jeremio. Michael John Jeffrey. Jalen Emery Johnson. Caleb Zadrian Johnson. Evan Andrew Johnson. Jacob Matthew Johnson. Tishawn Bryant Johnson. Travell Lamont Johnson. Heaven Jones. Joden Layla Jones. Maya Michelle Jones. Ocean Jones. Andrew Lawrence Jubert. Maddie Ayad Julani. Jacob Hunter Kearns. Cody Dwayne Keener.
Aisha Janae Kelly. Hayden Allen Kirkbride. Sarah Renee Klein. Ella Novell Knight. Casey Ellis Coker. Jessica Shalonda Kanji. David J. Lamb. Morgan Bailey Lamb. Kendall Andrea Johnson. Emily Grace Landon. Joshua Allen Landon. Ryan Tate Langford. Latavia Antoinette Lawson. Juan Francisco Leal. Bryshawn Cortez Lee. Alyssa Marie Lentz Lara. Yoretzi Leon. Devin Lynn Llewellyn. Kirsten Shanice Lewis. Adrian Linares. Baby Boy Lindsay. Aaron Joel Longoria. Emily Fernanda Lopez. Victor Miguel Lugo. Nathan James Lusty. Joseph Jeffrey Lush. Cameron Ashley Mock. Laith Ramsey Maud. Kobe Nelson McKay. Tyler Wade Martin. A.B. Martinez. Desiree Martinez. Jacob Fernando Martinez. Mandy Martinez. Landon Malik Masri. Jacqueline Abigail Mateo. Jonathan Christopher Matthews. Train Allen McCubbin. Connor Dale McCurdy. Laura Michelle McDonald. Carson Gentry McGuire. The following student was a member of the 2021 Student Leadership Advisory Board. Peyton Olivia McClellan. Edward Medina. Brendan Kyle Methvin. Landry Ellis Middleton. Chesney Brianna Megley. Bryn Paige Miller. Weston Tyler Lee Miller. Marchant Romelio Mitchell. Brock Deshaun Mitchell Jr. Abigail Lee Mize. Brendan Glenn Monroe. Jeremiah London Montgomery. Ethan Noel Moore. Isaac Byron Moore. Daniela Montes. Jade Trinice Morris. Garrett Michael Morath. Diploma presented by Michael Morath, TEA Commissioner. Ryan Jake Mole. Carla Avril Murillo. Carter Dean Nason. Dallin Scott Nason. Caden Parker New. Kinira McKaylee Marie Norton. Hen and Mai Win. Hong Win. Jason Than Win. Matthew Michael Win. Nicholas Kwakan Vu Win. David Elijah Nicole. Andre Siobhan Norris. Victoria Alini Nugent. Jonathan Marquise Okadi. Mediah Lachey Allens. Jose Elijah Orozco. Sterling Tate Owen. Taylor Nicole Padilla. Emerald Michelle Page. Macy Diane Page. Felicia Ohini Amo. Cruz Nicholas Paredes. Cadron Jean Parkhurst. Christian David Payan. Alexander James Pay. Angel Sebastian Pena. Aaron Cortez Pennington. Aaron Renee Purchase. Jennifer Lynn Perez. Trent Boone Perkins. Nan Nguyen Hoi Fan. Jorge Plata. Daniel Jesse Ponciano. Memphis Harvey Pondram. Alinka Valentina Porras Segura. Darian Adam Powers. Austin Jacob Pruneda. Kent Carlos Capones. Natalia Marie Quiones Irihade. Angela Judith Ramirez. Jaden Ivan Ramirez. Carson Naomi Raven. Andrea Dawn Ray. Yasmin Renee Reese. Mark Louis Regalado. Ryden Coy Resendez. Leonardo Reyes Fonseca. Kobe Sean Norwood. Flower Marina Rivas. Danielle Jane Riddle. Evian Anise Roden. Ashton Elizabeth Rhodes. Roger Jordan Rhines. Andrea Guadalupe Rivera. Samantha Rodriguez. Crystal Rodriguez Ibarra. Ana Patricia Rodriguez Vasquez. Parker Thomas Rogers. Jimena Rojas. Kylie Sky Rose. Sanaya Janae Rose. Jeffrey Bell Ross III. Brianna Caitlin Ruelas. Jeremy Salazar. Daniela Sanchez. Tremaine Sanders Jr. Caesar Victor Sarvia. Daria Virginia Schmale. Kira Ann Schoenwald. Itzel Alejandra Segovia Ortiz. Gannon Michael Seitz. Loran Grace Sepulveda. Avery Elizabeth Schallenberger. Emma Brianne Savell. Destiny Deliana Schenkel. Jaden Contrell Shirley. Pebbles Marie Simmons. Shane Anthony Siren. Jackson Scott Slover. Alexis Marie Smith. Benjamin Adam Smith. Brianna Monet Smith. Bryson Nicole Smith. Denham Gage Smith. Harley Avery Smith. Ikea Elise Smith. Madeline Kendall Smith. Brooklyn Marie Snodgrass. Luke Andrew Spencer. William Andrew Cecil Swinney. Natavia Beyonce Stafford. Dylan Rayshawn Stevenson. Ernest James Stevenson IV. Emma Marie Renee Sturkey. Courtney May Stein. Jacob Gage Sirios. Grace Eileen Tapia. Colin Lee Tarver. Aisley Claire Taylor. Ava Rosalia Thompson. Kylie Ann Thompson. Jason Lucas Thompson. Braden Thrash. Benaiah Dave Tillman. Josiah Walker Toms. Aaron Damon Tran. Benjamin Lee Treadway. Wesley Dean Tucker. Tayden Blake Turner. Cadence Elise Turner. Emilio Urias Sanchez. Jasmine Kim Veal. Caden Dale Van Duzy, diploma presented by Cody Van Duzy, principal of Piercy Elementary. Evan Gabriel Van Dyke. Tashana Shantae Vernon. Crystal Areli Villagran. Hector Javier Villalobos. Shaylin Michaela Villarreal McGinnis. Kim Thin Vu. Blake Devin William Waller. Tristan James Walls. Sean Wareham. Brakasia Nishay Watkins. Warren Thomas Watkins. Moses Raymond Weaver. Preston Ray Welsh. Mason Carter Windler. Abigail Michelle White. Bailey Isaiah Wilburn. Colton McCade Wiles. Allison Camille Williams. Joseph Ray Williams. Myshana Nicole Williams. Rayshawn Nathaniel Lee Williams. Zaylin Isaiah Williams. Gabriel Valentino Williamson. Genevieve Isabel Woke. Denia Raquel Womack. Shermaya Renee Womack. Sydney Laren Woods. Tatum Caroline Woolsey. Cordelia Faith Wiley. Paris Basile Ziza.
To all those that are graduating, it's a big moment for you guys, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Hey guys, congratulations on graduation and good luck in the future.
Congratulations on graduation. Best of luck in the future.
Congratulations to all the graduates this year. This is a huge milestone for you guys, and it's just the beginning.
Graduates, you've proven that you can handle any challenge that comes your way. Congratulations and good luck in the future.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Hey everybody, Chuck Morgan here, the voice of Globe Life Field, home of the Texas Rangers. It's an honor to have you in Globe Life Field today, and all of us here at the Texas Rangers are proud to share in the excitement of your graduation day. On behalf of everyone with the Texas Rangers, a big Texas-sized congratulations to all graduating today, and we wish you the best of luck in the future. And remember to always bring passion, energy, and enthusiasm to whatever you do. It is graduation time in Texas.
In high school, now and always glistens through the years. Memories ever more shall guide through laughter and through tears. Living past through shades of wisdom, radiant knowledge beams, shedding light on paths unknown, takes us toward our dreams as age ages pass and we grow old, always echo our reply. We'll always be forever true to Martin High. We'll always be forever true to Martin High.